Waiting on that light. This shit curved right. Cool, man. We's here. Greetings all, and welcome to another episode of What the Fuck is a reborG podcast. I am reborG. Hope everybody can hear me. Can you hear me now? Shout out to the righteous hydration. It's literal water. Man, I can't get this joint in. There you go. Just plain water. I ain't had no liquor in a minute. I can't remember the last time I had some of that drink. Damn, I really can't. Oh, DreamCon. All right. Okay. How y'all been doing? Me? Chilling, Yeah, that scar is starting to get a little brighter. Me, I'm just chilling, relaxing. Got my first gray hair. If you pay attention, it's on my little KG patch. Got my little first gray hair there. I ain't worried about that shit. I really don't care. What's been up with me? School. We technically done with it. We just got to go back on Wednesday for some last little cleanup or whatever with some of the other people. Not me. All my junk is done. I finished with 92.5 in the fourth section because they split up the class in like four sections. You get four different books. That last section, I didn't fail one test. I was so proud of myself because I failed two in the third section and two in the first and one in the second section. But I ain't had none in this last one. Felt kind of good. I was, doing my, felt all right. Even though I passed that last one by one question. Still got 92.5. I don't know if that's a B plus or something like that. I'll take it. I will definitely accept it with a smile on my face. School has been cool, man. Even with the all the things that have been going on, the first instructor, shout out Mr. Mike Rowe, he got sick and couldn't come back in time. So we had to take a week off from that. Then the new instructor came in. He had never taught before. So we had missed more time with that while they was transitioning. We had to miss a couple of days because he messed around and messed his knee up doing some work outside of school. Because most of the guys that teach at the school, they still do work, jobs, and all that other stuff. Not particularly with a company, but kind of like independently. And they still doing their thing out there, getting up some more bread because anything in the trade field will warrant some money, So that's how all of them go. He had John. He had the building maintenance instructor, John, helping him, and John was cool because, John was also learning the HVAC portion too because he would take the test and all that and read the chapter before we did it. So he would, give us a scale on it. And, if something happens, he could teach the class. Shout out to John. That's a sensei of mine. John, real cool. Rough life. God damn. I got respect for anybody who make it through them tough times like that, bro. So school was cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed learning new things, going out there, putting my hand, doing all types of stuff, changing the TXV, putting in a mini split system. For those who don't know, mini splits are usually like in schools or hotels where they just got one regular compressor and stuff like that. The unit that's outside, it's smaller than the ones that you see outside the apartments because those are the regular systems. And, the split levels, they're more economizing, and they're taking over in foreign countries like, Asian countries and stuff like that. People said a guy that was in the Navy retired from the Navy said he had seen them all over the apartments and houses and stuff like that. Like that's one of the main things they use. So putting one of those together, going to somebody's house, putting in a unit, that was cool. I'm not done. After this, I technically got like 2 weeks off, and then I'm going to start the building maintenance program. I don't think if I told y'all, I don't care. I'm just just going to reiterate it. Having gaps in work stinks. It's trash. Last year I had gaps in work, and I thought with the time that I had in the kitchen and stuff like that, that shouldn't have been happening. So with that, I'm gonna take the HVAC. I passed the HVAC class. I'm good. I'm certified. This, that, and the third. I got my EPA, which lets me know I can sell refrigerant and Freon or whatever you want to call it. I can sell that. I can reclaim it. I can change all that stuff. I got that. I got my OSHA card, so I'm safe, and I'm all about that safety. So I got that. So now I'm taking a building maintenance class that's gonna start the 9th of September. And that is to put more, got to put more bullets in the chamber, more weapons in the pouch. I just want to, so I know they don't have a reason. Say, oh man, he got this and he got that. So, and jobs are already looking. I've talked to some, let them know. One was kind of disappointed that I wasn't going to be able to start soon. And because the class is from September the 9th to November the 16th, I want to say. So right before 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So that'll work out. So I can have a job before then and be all right. No, I can't. I probably could recharge it if I looked it up, but we ain't do nothing with cars. That's a whole nother thing. That's like that's a whole mechanics field for real, for real. You can hit up Bruce. You can hit up them a cheese. Maybe he'll help you. But that's what's been going down on that part. I just got back from, well, not just got back. I had my guitar lesson at 12. That's been real. Just getting my hands, getting my fingers to stretch, getting that dexterity down and stuff like, still going through that, playing the scales. I played a little Nirvana today. The instructor was hype. Shout out to Tim. That stuff with him got kind of crazy too, because last month in like the middle of July, he was having a baby. I want to say I told y'all, and I told him that day to get the hell out, and I just reschedule and come back to class another time. So he had a baby, and I spent one Sunday with a different instructor. His name was Jay. He looked like Santa Claus, and he was cool. He was real cool, kind of like teaching me some of the same stuff Tim was, but when he was writing stuff down, he flipped it. And instead of looking at the guitar from your perspective from top to bottom, he looked at it from bottom to top. He looked at it from bottom to top. So it was coming up instead of going down. So I had to get with Tim when he got back and flip that, and then couldn't do the next week because both of us was going to be gone. So I missed like 2 weeks of guitar lessons. So, just getting back at it, doing my thing. How was DreamCon? DreamCon was fun as shit. DreamCon was fun as shit. This portion that keeps flipping down is getting on my damn nerves. And it is irking my damn nerves. Okay. So, boom. All right. DreamCon was cool. My mom was really worried that she didn't know none of the people I was going with. And I wasn't really apprehensive anyways, because, I've been talking to the renegades pretty much since for a couple of years now, since COVID. So I figured, they was cool. I knew Rambo wasn't gonna do nothing crazy because Rambo, he got the fam and all that stuff. So I knew he wasn't gonna be the one to wild out. But shout out to them for not killing me and harvesting my organs and selling them on the black market. I appreciate that. That was pretty cool. Great dudes, man. And they came up on nice ass Airbnb. I don't know how much they paid for it, but they got their funds together and did their thing. But god dang, that jump was nice. The lady had a pool, a basketball court, a little jacuzzi at the end of the pool, a hammock, the little patio barbecue area in the back. They had the pool table and ping pong table and like a garage type thing. They had a real nice ass place. They even had a massager in the master bedroom. That was crazy. The kitchen was cool. She had left them stuff like t-shirts and all that. Man, it's a great place and great host. Was my Airbnb trash. Trash. first of all, I missed the flight Thursday because they had took too long at the airport. I'm gonna warn y'all now, if you're flying anywhere, you got to get there 2 hours early. Airlines are tripping. I got there too, like a little bit before 2 hours early and still couldn't make the flight. I had to go like 30 minutes earlier to make it on Friday, and they knew they was wrong, so I ain't had to pay for nothing for the flight on the next day. That was trash. I ain't got no problem with flying. I kind of like planes, especially when the landing, you get the bumpity bumps. Yeah, I kind of like that. Kind of like the roller coaster feel. Thought I was gonna lose my rental car, and they didn't, because they were like Enterprise was like, you got 24 hours, so you'll be straight. We got the information on your flight coming in tomorrow, so you'll be okay. Went to go get my rental car. Now, granted, I had already had filed for Expedia. I had got the tickets and everything in December, so everything was already set. So I went to go get the car, and yeah, I went with the luxury. I was trying to look like, trying to style a little bit while I was down there in Austin, Texas. So I went with that, and I didn't know that you had to have your credit card with you when you get in the car. So I didn't have my credit card with me. I just had my debit card with me for the weekend. So I wasn't able to get the car, and I had to get something else, some little box Jeep. I want to say it's a Renegade or something like that. Whatever it was a cool little automobile, just not what the fuck I wanted. Gets to the Airbnb. Go through the garage, get to the spot. First of all, he said he had a pool. It was dirty fountain water surrounded by some rocks. So he got me on that. Walked into the spot because it was a 3-bedroom house, 1 story, kind of high for like one dude or somebody with 1 kid or something like that. It was cool. But I walked in there, and then in the living room, dead bugs. In the kitchen, dead bugs. In the bathroom, dead bugs. In the master bedroom, dead bugs. In the second bedroom, dead bugs. I won't show nobody no pictures of it, but it was just trash. I appreciate that none of them were alive the whole time I was there, so it was mainly just dead bugs in there, but he could have cleaned that shit up beforehand. And he could have let me know it was a problem before then. I was going to get a hotel room that was right around the corner from the DreamCon building, and they was kind of pricing pricing the hell up. And I got rid of it because I said, let me get some, save some money, and put it more towards the trip, and let me try this Airbnb. I might not ever do it again. I might just stay at the hotel regardless. So that shit just won't it, bro. It was not it. Got my money back. I got my money back from the flight. I got some money from that. They gave me some money back because I missed a day. Got some money back from the rental car because it wasn't the one that I'd already paid for. Got my money back from not all of it, but a majority. Because I just told him, man, I'll just stay here. Because I'm not trying to scramble and go find another place and do all this and be rushing and all that other stuff. I was already a damn day late. No, I ain't get all my money back. No. They discounted me the rental car from it discounted from luxury to economy, and then they gave me a free upgrade because they was supposed to give me a sedan, but they was like, we ain't got no more sedans, so we gonna bump you up again to give you this SUV. It won't little or nothing like that. Like I said, I'm not a SUV type of dude anyway. I'll drive one if it need be. I ain't too proud to beg TLC, but if I'm going to get what I want, it's a sedan. I got my money. I got a majority of my money back from the trip, more than half, because he was embarrassed, as he should have been. That's why I was spending most of my time at the homies Airbnb. I ain't even care if it was 20. I was only coming back to my junk to go to sleep. because I like sleep. I'm old now. I like sleeping in beds. Give me a bed. Now I'll nap anywhere, but when I'm going to sleep, a bed. DreamCon was cool. It was beautiful seeing black people in abundance because there was a lot of black people out there. A lot of people in general, but a lot of black people. It was cool seeing them all out there, and I really didn't see no issues and nothing like that. The homies said they saw an altercation. What was it, Thursday? So, well, not a real altercation. Somebody was trying to cut up, and his homies grabbed him and said, "Look, man, we'll send your ass away. You ain't fucking it up for everybody out here in this scattered ass by the tons, cosplaying, non-cosplay. They was just out there, and the thing was, I just wanted to hang out, do something I've never done before. I'm not even really into anime like that. I seen a couple of jumps. I love Akira the movie. I done spoke on it before, but it was still cool to see the stuff. We went in there to the vendors that was selling things, and some of them was cool. The drawings and the paintings and all the stuff that they was in there creating, that shit was amazing. Even had me damn near thinking that shit was going, thinking about buying something. I was like, I don't even know this damn, I don't even know what the hell this anime is. I don't know none of the characters, but I might buy that. But that scattered ass was something else. I ain't gonna lie. I saw a chick out there with like a little Bo Peep outfit with some knee-high boots on, and she was my height. Boy, my knee, boy, had my mojo working, but it was a lot. Because I'm old, that day we went there, I had a Jim. Jim is a cartoon from the 80s, very anime influenced with the drawings and the illustrations, kind of like the Boondocks. It isn't the same, but I'm just saying, like, an anime type drawing for an American cartoon type vibe. And the only person who noticed was the one white girl I saw out there, because there was not a lot of white people out there. She noticed it. That was cool. It was cool to see Biggie, who, oh man, I'm an introvert, and I just try to stay. That boy was walking out by himself going to buy stuff. Boy, he made up. He said he wasn't able to buy a whole lot of stuff last year, but he made up for it this year, man. I was proud of him, man. Good to see him. The homies had a little barbecue that Friday night. That was cool. BK got drunk, which was funny because you could tell he had a war going on within himself. Because BK wanted the drink wanted him to be the extrovert, but BK's natural chill type vibe was also fighting. Oh, you remember? Yeah, I know you remember, Jim. Yeah, I know you remember Tease. It was in rotation. It was a pretty good show if you watched it. Back then I know people was like, "Nah, I ain't watching no damn girl cartoon," but I fuck with it. I'm a music head anyway, so that was cool. They had the cars parked outside. I would never drive one of those cars even without the paint, but the paint jobs was phenomenal, bro. It was just crazy. Definitely smell some onions out there. People need to put on deodorant. Not just wash your ass. Put on some deodorant. They got some natural ones that smell good and all that other stuff. I ain't had no armpit issues using this Dove, and I've been on the Dove for about 15 plus years. I've been on the Dove for a minute. Boy, get away from my shoes. Oh man, what else is got? Austin, Texas. Very nice place. Very nice. Even for a weekend and for have a big ass event like DreamCon, the traffic was never an issue. Traffic is trash in VA. It was refreshing to go out there and just be able to drive. The only difference is in VA, the right lane is the slow lane. In Austin, any lane was a slow lane. So it would be one car, but you could just go around them like it won't nothing, man. People already know I'm driving fast. They driving slow. This other person has got a little speed on them. Cool. I ain't worried about it. People just move like without no problem. Now I can't speak for other places in Texas, but Austin was nice. The college got it's the University of Texas. These are the Longhorns. 4 different football fields. I saw the one where they play their games on Saturday. Humongous. Anything where you can see, it was fucking huge. But then you had the practice facility, which looked like most high school stadiums in other places. Then they had another one that was outdoors that didn't have stands and stuff like that. Then they had the big ass dome for indoor practice. 4 fucking fields for one team was just crazy as hell, boy. That is, yeah. The Porsche dealership was crazy because it was in a big ass building, and at the top of the building was a window section in the corner, and they had about 4 or 5 Porsches in there. Why? Why was there that many? Why did you have Porsches at the top of the fucking building? This is a big ass building. Anything you can see from the highway is a big ass building for real. Why were they at the top of the building sitting in window? I guess, to let people see it, this, that, and the third, but it was just weird, and it was cool. Rambo suggested a nice ass ramen spot, and I got the yakisoba, which was good as hell. And they had this squid that was good as hell too. They had like little fried squids, not calamari, like squid, like was good as hell. The bang bang sauce was hitting. Oh yeah, big money in Texas. Oh, it's big money in Texas. Once I saw Joe Rogan move there, I was like, oh yeah, you already know what it is. But the ramen spot was hitting. I wish I had got them chicken wings because they look good as hell too. That was on point. DreamCon gave a $20 off on Uber Eats for anybody, so I went in with Wingstop because I don't fuck with the Wingstop around the corner for me. It's over. It's done. Matter of fact, the week is gone by, and I still need to complain to them to let them know it's trash over there. I don't give a damn if you fix it or not. You're not gonna stop getting these damn complaints because what the fuck y'all did to me was trash, and I will not have it. Fuck that. I will complain about any damn thing. Matter of fact, I'm at war with Burger King around the corner. It was the 4th of July. I was kicking it. It was late at night. I had a little sweet tooth. So I was just going to get me a little milkshake. Go get me a little small milkshake. Come back, kick it back at the crib. That's what it was. The dude told me 1 second before I ordered. But he didn't hit the button correctly, and I could hear the heifer in the back say, they need to get the hell out of here. It's the 4th of July. Take your mind like an ass to McDonald's or some shit. I was like, bitch. All I want was a milkshake. I'm not making that at home. I don't have no blender. You better watch your damn mouth. Oh, yeah. Tease just sent me the junk. Yep, Tease, that's it right there. I still the homie sent me a picture of the Austin Porsche dealership. Why do they got cars up there? I have no idea, but you know what I'm saying? If that's how you wanted to display it, you got it. But yeah, like I was saying, I was like, bitch, I was like, you know what? I just go home. And I just been writing and reporting on them for the longest. And this was at the 4th of July. So I just got to let it be known. I can understand if you don't want to work, but you don't have to voice it. You don't have to carry that stupid ass attitude. And I'm gonna go ahead for a little mini rant. I'm tired of shitty customer service coming from us, black people. I'm tired of it. Stop taking jobs if you don't want to do it. Plain and fucking simple. Stop taking that shit. You do not need to have an attitude for that shit. It's not necessary. You shouldn't be doing that shit. It's not right. God damn. You don't have to be, you don't have to be in no Chick-fil-A shit. And I'm gonna be ranting about this to the end of time. I'm sick of dealing in customer service with ignorant ass folk. I picked up breakfast for moms yesterday when I picked her up from dialysis and went to Bojangles. Dude wasn't smiley and all that in my face and all that other shit. He wasn't all that, but he was cordial. Hey, how y'all doing? The card. He was like, okay. He said the price, gave him the card. He gave us the food. Thank you and have a good one. In that tone. That was it. I'm cool. I'm good with that. That's perfect if you ask me. Because, I'm trying to, slow down on the fast food. If I do go get something, it's really something small. one or two items, nonetheless. Nonetheless, I'm at school. School, I go out there. I ain't been spending. I will get one of them value meals quick as I don't know what. The little $5 holler, the biggie bag, and all that other stuff during school. But I got food at the crib. So I just do that. But I'll just, if you give me attitude, I'm reporting you. Fuck it. You give me attitude, I'm telling. Because I'm not dealing with the shit no more. I'm not bringing you no bullshit. So why would you give it to me? Hot that, I'm telling. But yeah, Austin was cool. And I did go to WTF. Never been. I went there. The burger was big as shit, but that bread won't all that. The burger was cool. The burger was cool. I ain't gonna do no backflips or nothing like that. That jalapeno ketchup hit. That jalapeno ketchup hit because I already like hot shit anyway. So that was right up, right where I needed to be. And they gave me some of the freshest chicken tenders I had ever had. I got me a regular burger meal with the small fry and grabbed like three tenders or something like that. And them tenders was fresh as hell. Good God. But shout out to Austin. Great city. I don't know what the job situation is or nothing like that, but it seems like a good place for you to just go out there. Ah, yeah. And the last little bit from the Dream Con shit. Going to leave. That's why the airports are trash. We was trying to leave. I said, I'm going to go on Monday because it shouldn't be a lot of people there. It was. But I got through there pretty cool. Going through baggage claim and all that other stuff. That was cool. Get there waiting on the flight. They had to delay flights because Joe Biden was landing at the airport. Nothing against Joe. It could have been any president, and I would have been like, man, who gives a fuck, man? Get me on the plane to go. So my flight got delayed 2-3 hours, and then that fucked up everything. I was supposed to be home at like 7-8 o'clock, latest 9. I ain't get home till 12:30. And still went to class the next day. What was that? When did I? Yeah, and took my mom to dialysis in the morning therefore. Fucked me up so bad. I got sick. And I took the next day from class off, man. I was just, it's bad when you fucked up and then somebody else said it. My teacher was like, I was telling her, I was like, Mr. Mike, man, I probably won't show up. He was like, I could definitely understand because I could see it in your face. You don't look too well today, Jamal. And then you hear John, the other instructor in the back, yeah, Jamal kind of look fucked up today, don't he? I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take tomorrow off, rest up, and get my shit together. I had a cold, and I didn't have postnasal drip, which is just clearing your throat and, that little bullshit phlegm in the back. I've been having to clear that up the whole damn month. It's finally starting to slow up and shit. But outside of bullshit flights, I'm sorry, Tamika, if you see this, my sister who told me to put clothes on when I went to the air, when you were on that plane. I forgot. That's part of the reason I got sick. Because I was up there with shorts and a T-shirt, and the plane was cold as hell. That's part of the reason I did catch a cold. But outside of that, the trip was good. It was all, it was amazing. I can't wait to go somewhere again. It will either be that weekend I graduate from building. No, I can't do that. So it'll probably be around New Year. I'm going to go down to Houston and see the homie Paul. Paul, if you're watching, I tried the wings at Bojangles. They small, but the sauce is good. They cook them right. Then if you know, you know. But they all right. They wings, As long as you cook them without the skin being loose. Most sauces, I don't know no trash sauces for real. I'm going to say most of them are all right to me. They cool. People lose their mind for lemon pepper when that dropped. That's because y'all didn't try shit. Mine is Louisiana rub. I like that. And I like the Korean barbecue too. Even though, I will try some lemon pepper. But I'm just a sauce dude anyway. I love the spicy garlic and the Parmesan garlic at Buffalo Wild Wings. The jerk sauce the Caribbean jerk sauce. That's cool, but it got to come out. That one leaves you with hot boo boos. This is crazy because I can put hot sauce on anything and I'll be straight. But if I eat those wings, yeah, then boo boos gonna be hot. Oh man, what else been going on, man? After we just got a burnt pizza. God damn, yeah, it's trash, bro. That's trash. Um, College football got released last month, and just to give y'all a quick overview of what's been going down with it, I'm gonna give the game a 6.5. None of this is based on nostalgia because if you grew up playing the game and you remember what it was, thinking about the past is gonna make the current game, even worse. I do like some of first of all, it's too offensive heavy, far too offensive heavy. I can understand there's some offensive that do their thing, and you get in the shootout every now and again, but the defense takes horrible angles. When you click on a defender, it's never the one that you think it's going to be. So I've been caught out of position, giving up first downs or big plays because I'm clicking the person that's the safety that's coming down. No, yeah, I'm thinking I'm getting ready to click the safety that's coming down. I done clicked the linebacker and fucked everything up. And I'm trying to get back, but that how like when you play in the Madden and like that and stuff like that, and how when you play the franchise mode, it's a little different than when you play exhibition mode. Not a whole lot of difference, but you can see the difference. In college football, it's a massive difference. Playing the computer on Heisman in an exhibition game is 10 times more level than it is when you play in Dynasty. Because Dynasty, they'll just have a random team just playing tough for no reason. Like my first game was I got a Dynasty with Miami. Didn't want to use them, but they fit everything that I needed to play in my first couple of seasons. Because, I wanted to use not a great team, but a decent team, in the 20s in the rankings and back. Because I thought about using Oklahoma State, but they was just too, what I'm saying? It's going to be a little too much. And I knew I could probably go in with Ollie Gordon. Because sometimes they'll have a situation where your players are rated better, but their players are actually the ones making plays. And they had a lot of those instances where I just, what I'm saying, some of that shit I just won't fucking with. Road to Glory is trash. It's trash. You can only affect the game if you play. You can only make a real difference if you playing quarterback. That's the only way you can make a real difference. They give you one play, and usually when you are able to unlock the other two plays, it's just two plays. And it's the same two plays for the whole fucking game. So if it's two runs and it's third down and they call a run for the initial and you unlock the other two, guess what? Now you got 3 runs on a third and 15. That's ass. Why let us pick what we're going to be when you could just put the training in there? You had high school in 14, NCAA 14, and then you had the combine type jump in NCAA during the PlayStation 2 era from like 06 and up. That's why I said a 6.5. It should be higher, but it was shit that they should have done. I will never understand this. And people that been in Xbox parties and Discord chats have heard me say, if you've already done it right, why complicate it by putting new shit in there that you don't need? Road to Glory was already done right on 2 different consoles. The PS2, I guess Xbox era, and then you have 360 and PS3. Yeah. Why are y'all overcomplicating it? It's already done. All you have to do is update the graphics. That's it. Road to Glory should not be that bad of a mode, and it fucking trash. You adding shit, being able to go to class and all that other shit. They don't give you enough points to bump up. You too fucking slow. Even if you do make a fast ass player, you still. My homie, I want to say, Poe made my homie Poe made a wide receiver that was an 85. I want to say my homie Prince made a running back which was like an 87. I made a linebacker that was an 88 speed that was faster than both of them. That logic don't make no sense. Are there fast linebackers out there? Yeah, faster than the linebacker. But come on now. And that's just the Road to Glory mode. That's just it. With the franchise, it's cool. I like the way you recruit. The rankings are a little weird because them shits change all the time. Don't like how they be boosting the other teams sometimes in Dynasty. Because I beat the hell out of Florida, but then I had a barn burner with South Florida. I beat Florida 49-17. It's my very first game in the Dynasty. Very first. 49-14, I beat them. I beat South Florida 24-21. It was some plays we weren't blocking at all. And the bad part is, some games, I'll even admit it, I just run the whole game. I get a total of maybe about 5 passes in some games. And some of them, I'm running the ball 40-something times, man. I have to. That's the only way they allow me to have any time to do anything. Sometimes your players, and sometimes that line won't even hold up for you to throw a curl or an out route. But it's all right. Like I said, it's supposed to be tough, but I don't like it I don't want it to be tough and you got to lie about it. Like when I play teams I played Ohio State in the playoffs in my first year, and it was one of the toughest games I've ever played against the computer in my life. One of the toughest games I've ever played in my life, computer or human, period. It was like I was playing O'Neal that's in the chat right now. Like I was playing my best friend because we've had wars since the 4th grade. So that's what it was like. And I won 30-24. But man, when you got to go like this, whew, after playing the game, yeah, that shit was real, bro. I cannot lie. It was real. And it's supposed to be because Ohio State is the best team in the game. They don't have a flaw anywhere. And the fact that they even missing a player, JT, is crazy. And, it's crazy that they're doing that. So just changing it. I mean, I know you want to make, you may catch a team and you in their home and, they getting hyped and they're the underdog and stuff like that. But don't get too ridiculous. No, just don't get too crazy with it. It was real bad on that Madden. Yeah, it's like they know it count. It was real bad in Madden during the Xbox One era, during the Xbox One. Because I was noticing my line wasn't holding up at all. So I said, let me go ahead and try something real quick. So I used the Browns, and I had Joe Thomas at left tackle. He's like a 97 at the time. Against Bruce Irvin, who was a 70-something. And I could not run a stretch play against Bruce Irvin the whole time. It didn't matter whether I cut inside of Joe Thomas or I bounced it to the outside. Bruce Irvin was continually making the play. And I said, you know what? I'm good. And I missed about 3 Maddens on the Xbox One era. Like Poe had to let me know and bring me back because he was like, nah, it's a little different on the Series X. It's a little different. They improved it. And I give them that. They improved it. From, just going off last year. This year, man, I haven't played yet. I haven't did the Kermit Challenge because I'm addicted to the Dynasty. Trying to bring Miami back to dominant prominence with them ugly-ass uniforms. I can't stand them shits. But it's cool. Like I said, I'm going to play the game. Not because there's no other options, but because it is a solid game. It's a good game. A 6.5 is not that bad. Don't let people... Everything in life ain't going to be no fucking 10. Shit. NCAA 06 is barely a 10. 08 is barely a 10. 14 It's just a 9 to me because they took the rating system. They took the rating system to a T. Play a sorry team in 14 if you want to. You will be able to beat the dog shit out of them. Remember, I think because I won one game and I lost one when I played Alabama when I was up here streaming. So, yeah, for me to be able to just pick up and play and still be able to do some of the things, So they was a little too. So if you can find that balance in between, fix Road to Glory, please. That's some old people love to play. People love to stream. People want to get there. They usually play that first before they play the Dynasty mode. So please fix that shit. Because I've been able to affect games at running back, wide receiver, corner, linebacker. Y'all should even go back and have it so you could be able to play any position you want. Unless, probably not the offensive line. But I would still give it to people because I know somebody would want to play it. With the defensive line, if I get 25 sacks and 40 tackles for loss, I need to be up for the Heisman. And that will segue into us to going into the real college foosball. Let me see. It ain't gonna be a whole lot. Just going over the teams, going over just a little quick analysis on, what this, that, and the third. Yesterday, Florida State, because the first week is technically, they counted the 0 week. I don't know why. It ain't my system. But this is the first year they got the 12-team playoffs. And yesterday, Florida State played Georgia Tech in Ireland. First of all, Ireland showed up and showed out. They was in there heavy. And I thought it was a tape when they was playing the Florida State fighting song that was the crowd. So it was a pro Florida State crowd that they were in Ireland. And I was kind of, because, as a Miami fan, I'm supposed to hate Florida State, but I can't because that's just not who I am. I always respect the rival. If you nice, you nice. Florida State been nice a long time. So I always have respect for them. So, I keep an eye out for them because, I don't want them to do better than Miami because then they do. That's when that recruiting shit get ridiculous because they've been recruiting the same area since the 70s. So what up, Reese? They have been talking about how Florida State, and for what I had known, I knew the defense was going to be straight even though they had 2 players leave for the draft. I want to say two second rounders. Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson. So I knew 2 weapons was going to be gone. And Jordan Travis, who had been technically a 4-year starter there. So, but for them to put him in the top 10, I was like, damn, they must have the camp must be going crazy. And they grabbed DJ Uiagalelei from Oregon State. And I thought he was going to be decent because he was right there with Bryce Young in high school as far as quarterbacks go. But nah, he ain't got it mentally. If he got to think, he got to lose because that John, if he's just out there in the spread, quick throws, getting it out of his hand and stuff like that, he can do that because he showed it on that last drive that they had, the last drive that Florida State had. He was dotting, but up until then, he was check down master, and that shit annoying as fuck. But they lost. Georgia Tech beat them because Georgia Tech was hungry and they was, they was out there. They showed up and showed out. But let's go on over the rankings. Number 1, we have Georgia. Georgia with Carson Beck, with then the offensive line, and he's gonna have to replace some weapons. But it's Georgia. Kirby Smart got a monster going on right now, so it's only up from there. Next is Ohio State. I'm gonna be honest. If Ohio State is not in the Final Four, somebody getting fired. It's just they just too fucking talented over there. They don't have a weakness at all over. The weakest part might be Will Howard, which is how I won the national championship because they was driving. I was up 30-24, and they were driving, and he threw a horrible biscuit for me to get that dub. But that's the only thing that can be like, but everybody else, yeah, all the other positions are there. They crazy. Oregon, The coach is an offensive. He know how to put points on the board, and getting Jackson Arnold from Oklahoma, who had already shown that he can, could fire iron and get them passes out there like that. They should be cool. They just got a couple of pieces. If they could play some defense, they could be a real threat. And when I say a threat, I'm talking about like a championship threat for them. Texas, they got to replace Murphy. I think they'll be fine at wide receiver. Ewers, if he got to play with confidence the whole game, because when he playing with confidence, he's pretty fucking good. He don't have no room to mess up because Archman is waiting in the wings. But I don't know. Texas, them being a playoff team is very reasonable. Alabama, with Saban leaving and DeBoer coming in, I don't know, because DeBoer did a good job with Michael Penix Jr. So I think he probably could do a job with somebody as athletic as Milroe. So, we can wait and see. It's 12 spots. So, Next is Ole Miss at number 6. They got the talent, especially offensively. If the defense can hold up, they could do a little something. Notre Dame, they in the same boat, grabbing Riley Leonard from Duke, who's a very, very decent athletic-ass quarterback. He can get you some wins. He can definitely get you some wins. If they have the offensive weapons, Notre Dame could do a little something. The defense is solid. The defense is real solid. Yeah, they're going to be causing some problems. Penn State, their whole season depends on if Drew Aller can take over some games. If he can go out there and fire the cannon and step back and do his thing, he's going to be cool. I really don't like them switching Abdul Carter from linebacker to defensive end, but, that's just me personally. Abdul Carter, number 11 for Penn State, as a true freshman last year, played great as a linebacker, but, they defensive end is a premium, so. Michigan, I don't think Michigan should be ranked in the top 10, replacing so much, even though you still have Edwards and you still got a defense. I don't think it fucking matters. Ain't they in trouble? Oh, well. Next is Florida State. They lost already, but with the 12-team playoff, you can get your shit together. Get Mike Norvell, who is a good offensive coach, help DJ get his confidence together, and you could be, doing something in the playoffs. And get your defense to pay attention. Like, Georgia Tech is not a passing team. They're a running team. I want to say Homie only had like 16 passes. So please get your defensive line off attack mode. Georgia Tech was calling run plays, and you could clearly see Florida State defensive line charging like it was a pass play. You get that shit together, you could do a little something. Missouri, if you could play some defense, you could do a little something because you got the offensive pieces there. Shout out to Luther Burden. Luther Burden, number 3 for Missouri. Keep an eye out for him. He'll probably end up going first round. Utah with this quarterback, what's his name? Cameron Rising, who's been there like 7 years. He's been there forever. It's all on him. If he stays healthy, they're a playoff team. LSU, Nehemiah, what is his name? Something Neiman, whatever the new quarterback is. LSU got talent. It's a lot to replace getting rid of a Heisman winning quarterback and 2 first-round wide receivers. So let's see. Clemson, Cade Klubik, this is it. If you can't do this shit, I don't want to hear nothing else because they was calling for DJ's job and bringing you in. And what have you really done? Defense going to be solid, though. Tennessee, sleeper team. I like Nico. What is his name? Olivea. I like Nico at quarterback. Think he got a chance to do something real saucy with Josh Heupel as the coach. James Pierce is the defensive end, who's probably, I was going to say a lock for the top 10, but he definitely going first round for sure. Pierce. So Tennessee is on the come up. I'm going to tell you that right now. Oklahoma, after replacing every damn body, you already know Oklahoma going to be able to put up some buckets if they can play some defense. But you getting ready to play some real defenses in the SEC. I'm going to let you know how it is now. It's real over there. Excuse me. Texas is a little different because Texas has always played tougher teams on the non-conference side, while Oklahoma be picking and choosing. So we'll see. Oklahoma State, I hope Ollie Gordon could get 2,000 yards. It'd be cool to see, but I don't think they'll play enough defense to do something. Kansas State, damn, what's the name of that? Kansas State got a fast ass quarterback. I forgot what the white boy name is. Oh man, but it's all on his shoulders for them to do anything. Next, we have Miami. For us to grab Cam Ward and Dennis Martinez, if shit don't go right, I'm telling you right now, Mario, it might be time for you to get the fuck out of there. And I'll be honest, at this point, I don't want no other coach but Bush Davis or Jimmy Johnson. If you're not bringing them two in, if Mario fails at this shit, I do not care. I do not care because I don't even really need them to call no plays. Just do the recruiting part. Get it together. The weapons are there. There's talent on that field, but it's all coming together now. So they really don't know. It's on some wait and see. Texas A&M at 20. I have no idea how they're even ranked after they've been pillaged and plundered and left all that number one recruiting class and jumped into the portal. So who knows? Not Texas. Arizona at 21. Nick Frieda and T-Mac. Tuatara McMillan. Very good wide receiver. He comes out first round. T-Mac, wide receiver. Nice. Next, we have Kansas at 22. If Jaylon Daniels can stay healthy, Kansas could probably do a little something. I don't know. They'd be a fringe playoff team if he could stay healthy. Next, we have USC, and the Miller Moss era begins after Caleb Williams went up there and put up buckets. Will they play enough defense to actually do anything? Next, we got NC State. I don't know what they got over there. Good luck to you. I do like their little crowd, John. I like their little hand symbol, though. And last is Iowa. Iowa replaced a lot. I don't know why the hell y'all sitting around here thinking that they're going to be a boring-ass team, but I don't know. Iowa's Iowa. Shout out to the Olympics. The Olympics was definitely fun. The Olympics was like that. Enjoyed every bit of it. Enjoyed it. Had a good time watching the Olympics. The Olympics is always a good time because it helps you with that gap between, the NBA and the NFL, and it ends just right on time for the preseason. So everything just lines up, perfectly. Shout out to Noah Lyles for winning the 100. I don't think you had COVID when you lost that 200. You want to be treated like a superstar, but this track, don't nobody know you. You show up every 4 years. Ain't been no. Usain Bolt was the last track superstar, and he thoroughly dominated. You're not at that level yet, so you can't be demanding shit that he demanded. You're not dominating like Sidney McLaughlin, who gets the shit that you want. So you just got to keep going. All you got is a 200 and a 100. And I think he only in a 4x100 also or something like that. I don't know. But he got to chill out. USA, shout out. USA basketball, shout out for that goal. I don't know why everybody was tripping. First of all, they say shit like, this is the toughest Olympics because so many of the international players are NBA players now compared to the Dream Team where there wasn't any for real. Okay, so if the competition is better, don't you think the games would be better? Of course, we're not going to go out there and win by 50. I don't know why people are expecting that. That's number one. And, number two, we got the best players we already got the best players in the league, so you can just sit down and relax. We're not losing no time soon. Most of those teams got old-ass players. Maybe the French can do something in the later years, but I don't see nobody else. There's going to be competitive games, but as long as, we already know we got the best players. For those who keep saying the Euros are taking over, it's a solid 7 or 8 of them. It's a solid 7 or 8 of them. That's nice. But once you start, comparing with the other shit, then, it's not really, come on. And then with those 7 or 8 international players, all of them are split up. They're not even playing for the same team. So everybody sit down, relax, and chill the fuck out. Curry showed why he's the best shooter of all time, doing this thing. Of course, they gave it to LeBron because this was like LeBron's swan song, because I don't think he'll be there in 2028 when they're going to be out of LA. And not just shout out the Americans who won, shout out all the countries who won, man. That's hard work. For you to spend 4 years of your life working like hell just to get out there, man, and do your thing, man. Just shout out to all the competitors, man, medal or not, man. That takes a lot. It takes a lot of work just to do some of that stuff. Synchronized swimming, the diving, water polo. You got to swim, catch the ball, throw the shit, and defend it. That's tough. Teaching the horses how to crip walk in equestrian. That's tough. Rowing. That shit real. Y'all rowing crew, rowing the boats and shit like that. Yeah, that takes some real upper body strength. It's not a game. You saw how they was with the shooting competition. That ain't easy either. So, shout out to the USA women's gymnastic team. The dudes gymnastic team is finally starting to put the talent together where they can finally start competing. Because I'll be honest, not in my lifetime has anybody gave a fuck about what was going on with the men's gymnastics team. It's always been about the female team, the women's team. And shout out to them. And they so little. They so adorable. They so tiny. Shout out to Simone and Jordan. I don't know what the verdict is on her medal. I hope she get to keep it. Shout out to Suni. They so adorable. And they do their thing. Simone Biles probably go down as one of the best gymnasts of all time. How she generates so much strength, generates so much power and speed at the same time in a 4'10" frame. She is the same height as my grandma, and she just be, man, hey, do your thing, Fresh. Shout out to you. Shout out to Joker for winning the tennis solos, I want to say. Yeah, that was nice. Tease, I'm getting ready to tap into that one right now. Let's go ahead and get the breakdancing portion out the way. Now, he said, imagine getting shot by this sexy ass nigga. Now, I don't think that's a proper pose that you need to be having. But shout out to the competitor. Now, the breakdancing. Now, I knew that they were having breakdancing early. I knew this back in June because I was looking through and I was trying to see what the boxing schedule was going to be so I could see if it was anybody that, just peep the boxing and seeing if it's anybody I should be giving a fuck about. So I'm going through the events list, and before boxing, I see breakdancing. So I Google the shit up. Yeah, shit. Oh, yeah. This is an event in this year's Olympics. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've known since June. I didn't say shit because I knew the comedy was going to write itself and it didn't need my help. And as sure as shit stink, and as sure as a fat baby is funky, that shit did not disappoint, boy. It came through with the bullshit on the women's side, man. First of all, the Lithuanian chick who was out there with the do-rag, y'all gotta stop, because I don't think she's culturally appropriating or doing nothing wrong, because you gotta remember, hip-hop is an American thing. It was birthed here, and we really kept a hold on the shit here. And other countries are trying to catch up. So some have been able to stay afloat, like the Asian countries. The Asian countries know what's going on. The bruvs in England, they starting to, they still a little behind, but they just right there. Enough for us to catch the baton, unlike the men's Olympic relay team. But they still that. Now the other ones, oh yeah. Eastern Europe, Russia, Australia. I'm gonna say Africa, because Afro beats is more of an R&B thing. If you ask me, they be singing their ass off with that one. They got the R&B thing down pat. I ain't heard too many. I'm saying this. I'm pretty sure it's some spitters because that's all over the world. Just like it's somebody that's nice as shit at basketball, that's in France and Lithuania and Russia and Australia. Same thing with rappers. They just not out on the forefront. But yeah, the girl with Lithuania with the do-rag, that was too much. The the Australian chick, that was trash. That was trash. And it was so bad that they will not be having breakdancing in 2028 in LA. Good. You shouldn't have had that shit in France in 2024. Nobody asked for this shit. That was not something that people were looking for or forward to. Like that whole thing was just hilarious. But what will be in there is flag football. Did y'all see the quarterback for the USA team at 5'9", 171 pounds say he better than Patrick Mahomes? Y'all keep Kermit name out y'all mouth, man. Stop. Embiid was asked too. Embiid hurt. I give what I call a partial pass to people. We all know Embiid hurt. We watched him in his season hurt. So we already know what it is with him. I don't even know why people were expecting that much from him. But I knew the team was still gonna be all right because who scores as efficiently as LeBron and KD? You got the young dog and Ant-Man. Book do his thing. I knew Steph was gonna catch fire sooner or later. Nobody is a glue. Drew Holiday is the ultimate glue guy. Bam's getting better. AD's nice. Regardless of what Laker fans might say, AD is nice. So I figured they would be cool. I knew it wasn't gonna be nothing from Serbia because all I knew they had was Joker. I knew France wasn't going to be able to compete because all they had was Frenchie. Greece, the Greek freak was struggling just to get to the damn he was just struggling to get to the tournament. Euros was crazy. But speaking of this motherfucker talking about Kermit, keep Kermit name out your mouth, man. We do not speak ill of Kermit, the half-black quarterback. Did y'all see that some bitch throw that behind-the-back pass? Did y'all see him complete a behind-the-back pass? It won't like it was all that, but it won't like we seen this shit before. I'm so tired of Kermit, man. They got to be playing a fucking division. These stupid-ass teams. Why the fuck they just ain't let this motherfucker go to goddamn Tampa Bay or Atlanta or the Rams or something to send that motherfucker to the NFC anywhere. Not only is he in the AFC, he in our fucking division, and we got to deal with this shit for another 10 years, man. Fucking Kermit, bro. And as I finish my rant, let's go ahead and go over a quick little football NFL preview. Okay, let us start. The Jets. We don't know until y'all get on the field. That's just all we got. A-Rod got hurt after 4 plays. We know the defense going to be solid because Robert Saleh does his thing on the defensive front. But we going Miami, and y'all got to stop saying Tua's ass. You know what an ass quarterback is? A quarterback who don't lead the league in passing yards. All right? I don't give a fuck. Well, he ain't do nothing but beat sorry teams, as you're supposed to. There's quarterbacks in this league who can't beat sorry teams. How could you be ass if you beating teams you're supposed to beat? You ass when you can't do that. I'm not saying Tua's great. I'm not saying he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he has definitely proven more than Justin Herbert. Or at least on the same level. I guarantee you this, if they up 20-something points against a team, I bet you they won't lose like the Chargers did. And I think Justin Herbert's great too. But y'all leave Tua the fuck alone, man. He can't play in cold weather. Do you know how long that's been going on? If you don't play in these cold-ass weathers and you from a place that's more tropical and it's warmer throughout the year, guess what? You're going to struggle when you do that shit. Dan Fouts could not beat the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship game when it was like negative. The wind chill was like -10. It was literally a sheet of ice on the field. That's how hard the field was, how frozen it was. And Dan Fouts is one of the best offenses of all time with Eric Coryell. Guess what? They didn't get it done either in that cold-ass weather. Dan Fouts is not ass. Kellen Winslow isn't ass. Charlie Joyner isn't ass. Jefferson isn't ass, all right? Y'all just quick to throw shit out there. If Tua ass, they're not making the playoffs. New England, hey, hey, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Buffalo, Josh, we're gonna see how great you are with a whole new receiving core. We're gonna see it. Baltimore, y'all gotta get it done. Y'all gotta get it done. Now, you ain't gonna catch too many times where Kermit ain't gonna be putting up no 30-point games like that. So y'all had a chance. Y'all gotta get it done. Cincinnati, if y'all don't block for Joe, the season ain't gonna be shit. Cleveland, let's see if Deshaun is actually, I don't know. Could you do something? Because you made the playoffs with Flacco back there. It ain't like y'all ain't got no talent, but we shall see. For y'all to pay Deshaun all that money and he not come up with nothing, whew. Pittsburgh, Russell is there. Now the line ain't all that, but it is an improvement on where he once was. So we shall see, because you got a young gun behind you that's waiting to prove people wrong, who knows he's talented. And I know that Justin Fields is a talented quarterback. That's the only thing. That's what I got for that one. The defense gonna defense at Pittsburgh. That's what they do. And Mike Tomlin still has not had a losing season. Shout out to Big Glow. I like Big Glow. Big Glow was at practice not that long ago, taking pictures and all that shit. And she a football fan too. I'm getting tired of liking her. I'm getting tired of her promoting like she want to be with me and doing all the shit I like in a woman. And I ain't even gonna be there. I'm gonna end up in Memphis one of these days. I'm tired of playing with you, Big Glow. Jacksonville. I wouldn't say Trevor Lawrence's ass because they came back and beat the Chargers that one game. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: he ain't gonna be nothing better than average if Doug Peterson don't find somebody to block for him and find some different weapons. That shit ain't gonna work out too well. Tennessee, I have no idea. Houston, young guns. Y'all let them get Joe Mixon and Stephon Diggs. And because it's just a quarterback in year 2, if they make the playoffs again, hey, sky's the fucking limit for them. The Colts, we'll see. See with Anthony Richardson, because he was playing all right before he got hurt. So, we wait and see. The Colts are a lot better than people give them credit for. Because, the NFL, they only want to go after whether, they don't give a fuck about teams that's good if there ain't no star power there. Because the Colts' best player is DeForest Buckner, and your best player is a defensive tackle. They really ain't got time for it, especially if it ain't, star-studded and y'all keep people to 7 points. But they're all right. I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts made the playoffs if Richardson stays healthy. Denver, we'll see, Sean Payton. You got rid of Russell. Let's see what you do. I think Bo Nix is going to start, so we'll see. The Chargers, same thing with Herbert. They gutted your team. They gave away 3 real nice-ass options. So we'll see. The Raiders, we ain't got no quarterback. I mean, I ain't, I really do not know what the hell we going to do. I know the defense is going to be decent. And I like the Bowers pickup, but, I'll see. Either way, it's all right with me. I either want playoffs or ass. If we going to make the playoffs, that's cool with me. That's all right. But if we not, be ass. So we have our pick of quarterbacks. I'm leaning on the side of Quinn Ewers and Shador. Kansas City, Kermit, the half-black quarterback. You are the Super Bowl pick for me until you retire. Philly, if y'all don't run the ball, y'all ain't going to be shit. The Giants, hey, this make or break year for Daniel Jones. Dallas, Jerry Jones out there fucking up. I hope you don't sit there and think that you're just going to be able to do this shit without, you're going to have to pay somebody sooner or later. And I like the way that somebody pointed out, Shannon Sharp, that Romo ain't had no problem getting paid. Whitney ain't had no problem getting paid. Zeke ain't had no problem getting paid. So you don't want to pay Dak. You don't want to pay CD. How good do you think this offense is going to be without neither one of them? I bet you pay Micah, though. The Commanders, good luck, Jaden Daniels. You are a talented quarterback. You're you sauce. So, I'm wishing the best for you. And not just because you my best friend's team. I actually do. I hope that I like Jalen Daniels as a QB. And they got a whole new regime from ownership down to quarterback. So we shall see. Chicago, hey, you put the pieces around them. We shall see. And you know, it's kind of fucked up with CJ Stroud making the playoffs last year because they're going to be thinking that Caleb should be making the playoffs. And that's not a real like occurrence that be happening all the time. So you're going to be a rookie. You're going to have some growing pains, but at least he got the weapons around him that'll be all right. The defense hold up. They ended the bargain, which I'm not going to say they are, but they should with what you call it being a defensive guy. You're going to make your money, Eberflus. Minnesota, after McCarthy got hurt, good luck. Jetta's getting ready to ask to get the fuck up out of there. Green Bay, young guns. All right, see what y'all got. See if y'all can keep it going. Same thing with Detroit. Detroit not ass no more. You got to play for real when you go to Detroit. So let's see what's going on from there. Baker, it's already set out there for you. You made the playoffs again, and this division is kind of boo-boo again. So, hey, you could be back in the playoffs. You just got to so you can get these dubs, bro. New Orleans, well, the rest of the NFC South, who knows? Who cares? They're not going to block for Bryce Young. You'll probably get destroyed out there. Good luck to you, young man. The Rams, it's going to be tough replacing Aaron Donald. You're replacing a lot. But with the way that y'all have drafted, you're not going to get another Aaron Donald because I'm going to be honest with you. Aaron Donald is definitely one of the top defensive players of all time. Not just defensive tackle, not just defensive lineman, but defensive players all time. He's an all-timer. So it's going to be tough to replace that. So good luck to you. But it don't got to be nobody with 15 sacks. We'll take 9. Seattle. See what y'all do without Pete there. Y'all got to block for Geno because y'all showed y'all haven't been doing a good job for that, and he been getting hurt. So we shall see. San Francisco, y'all just got to find a way to get over that hump. Now, granted, Kansas City defense was a lot better than people gave them credit for. So you couldn't get all the buckets that you got. And then with Greenlaw getting hurt, that kind of made it even worse. But you're too talented not to be back in the bowl. I will give you that. Arizona, well, at least they got a receiver for little Kyler. And that will conclude our NFL preview. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there right now. It's Kermit. I ain't even going to lie. Kermit, I'm picking Kansas City to win the bowl. And I'm going to say that they will defeat. I don't think San Francisco is going back. I'm thinking Philly. It's between Philly and Detroit. You know what? Ain't nobody else gonna say it. I'm gonna say Kermit and them beat Detroit in the Super Bowl. And that is my NFL preview. Haven't dabbled in Madden like that, but I will be letting y'all know what that's going down because I got these this week. I'm really not doing a lot. I got to go back to school on a Wednesday. Like I said, to make sure all the paperwork and all that other stuff done. I know all my assignments are done, so I'm good on that. They're gonna throw us a nice little party and all that other shit. But I'm gonna be able to get into Madden. I'm sorry, man. That dynasty got me, man. I'm on season 4 already, and I just started 2 weeks ago. Recruiting was tough, but once I figured out what to do, yeah. And the only reason I'm salty about that too. The third season, I was the number 2 recruiting class. Georgia had 7 5-stars and 26 4-stars. First of all them ain't even gonna be on the team because you gotta influence players to go in the transfer portal so you can get your number down because you're only supposed to have 85 players. So usually my junk end up like at 92, 93. That was 33 players they had right there in Georgia. So we'll, see with that. But, trying to get me a number 1 recruiting class. Hopefully we can get one in this 4th year. But yeah, I've been on it. I don't plan on playing Black Myth Wukong. I know it's an amazing game. I've seen it. I'm enjoying watching Chase play the jump. I'm not going to play it at all. As I've stated for you before, I don't want to fight or shoot anything that's not a human. I'm done with the shit. After doing this shit since I was like 5 or 6 years old with the video game life. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to kill no more zombies. I don't want to kill no more aliens. I don't want to kill no more mythical creatures. If I'm not fighting or shooting humans, I don't want to play the shit. Plain and simple. Say what you want. Don't give a damn because I'm not going to play it. And I know it's an amazing game. Just like it's amazing music out there, according to some people, that y'all will never listen to. So you ain't gonna listen to it. I ain't gonna play it. 50, we even, right? And 2K should be out in 2 weeks. I'm gonna pay that. I'm just gonna get the base game and do that. See what that one is. That one's kind of different too, because they got rid of a lot of badges. I want to say they only got like 40 badges now, which is cool. I seen the trailer for the My Career. So I mean, we shall see, man. It's a good time. It's a good. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not a lot as far as game releases goes that make it a bad time. Matter of fact, they got a nice little Cobra Kai beat 'em up coming out that I'm gonna go ahead and jump in on because I need me. So that'll be something else I can play because I've been squeezing in a Call of Duty game or two. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all see O'Neal up here. That's my best friend. When he joined in on another account. That's a one. And we were still getting thousands, thousand ranked players in Call of Duty. I was dying so fast. I just maintained myself and said, "This is just what it is." I might not ever be able to play with. I might not be able to play Call of Duty with my best friend. No, we can start on Black Ops 6. Those we can start early when the game get released and go ahead and get that shit up out the way. But I'm gonna be playing other games, so I know I'm gonna be fucked up. Cause I'm not gonna wait until I'm done with my season and cause I usually wait till I'm done with my season and my career first. Then I play my franchise. No, I'm doing both. I'm gonna jump out there and play my franchise and as soon as I get the game. Because no, part of the reason I was waiting was to get the draft classes together. But I think I'll see what they got up there early. Because technically all I need is just the players. I can adjust the ratings and the vitals and all that stuff myself. Long as y'all got a good amount, long as y'all got like 40 to 50, I just need the names for real, for real. We should be cool. So yeah, I'm gonna try to start my franchise early. Just figure out what NBA team that ain't won no championship that I'm gonna play with. Oh, it's been a while. Because I used the Knicks one. No, that was my player. I did that. And I couldn't win no chip. I ain't won a chip in my player in a minute. Because I don't go out there cheesing. Go out there going off for three, curve sliding and doing that all game. I just be playing basketball. And that's just how that's gonna go. And franchise wise, we'll see. From what I've heard, they're making an effort. I think they made an effort in all the sports games this year. Shout out to NHL for saying we only gonna be current gen. We are not fucking with last gen. That's a sign of something decent that should be on the horizon. Because 24 people was dogging 24, dogging them. So that's just how that one goes. But thanks for everybody coming out. Had a good ass show today. Just trying to, see, squeezing in some podcasting and stuff like that. I might play some old school games next week or something like that, just to give myself a break. Because I'll probably end up playing college football within the next hour or two. So, but thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna keep, trying to. I ain't gonna say consistency because starting this new class, this shit gonna be real. We building sheds and everything. I'm gonna have to do electrical. Hope I don't get electrocuted. And because work must be done. I got a bag to go get. I'm moving the fuck up out of here. No more apartments. Well, if it's gonna be an apartment, it's gonna be that deluxe one by the James River Bridge. If it's gonna be something, it's gonna be that. That's the only one. But outside of that, we gonna, we getting out of this situation. I just don't want an apartment no more, and I just don't want this little ass kitchen no more. So is something that I should, put more effort into. And that's another reason why I'm taking that maintenance class, because any handy thing I need to take care of, I could be able to take care of myself without paying them anything to be, I don't have to call you in here for electrical. I know how to do that shit. So once again, thanks again. Like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate all you. Much love. I'm out.